They have different types of Mountain Dew diet. Oh, they don't have regular Mountain Dew. Good morning on a new day. There's still people at the shelter, so I walked away from there before I started filming. But today is gonna be interesting. We're leaving the Smokies. We're gonna be below 2,000 feet for a while. If you can believe it. I mean, it's hard to believe actually. Although I've been in Gatlinburg where it was lower as well, but first time hiking down super low like that. But before then, we're gonna go to this Mount Cammerer lookout tower. It's gonna be an extra 1.2 mile round trip. I think it's gonna be worth the little side trip. And that's why we're starting early. It's about 7:20 right now, 7:15 I think. So hopefully we have enough time to get to the viewpoint, get out of the park, go to Standing Bear, try to get a new gas container, and then hike out another, I think 5 miles is my goal, just to get closer to Hot Springs. I also have to contact Hot Springs. I screwed up my math again. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm gonna get to Hot Springs around Wednesday, not Thursday. I don't know why I said Thursday. If I was doing like 11-mile days, it would have been Thursday. But I think it's gonna be like 15, 16, and 11 to Hot Springs. Hello, sun. It's a partly cloudy day today. I just heard that it might rain this afternoon, but the forecast I saw yesterday said it wasn't gonna rain till Wednesday, so I don't know. Who knows, but good morning, sun. We've just now started our descent down from the highest point of the day. So that will be the highest point in the Smokies left. So that's it. It's all down till Davenport Gap. For us though, we're gonna go down a little bit and then we're gonna go 100 feet up to Mount Cammerer Watchtower and then come back. So that should be pretty nice. It's 0.6 miles, but it says it's only 100 feet. Hopefully that's accurate. But it should be really nice. The birds are really singing. It's a warmer day than I think mornings that we've had before. It's sunny. Lots more birds are singing than they have been. It's not windy at all. Even yesterday, I guess yesterday was a little windy, but not as bad. But today it's not windy at all. Super beautiful day. I'm hoping the views and situation at Mount Cammerer are so nice I could just sit there and just take a little break and eat another bar or something just briefly. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really nice, especially with the little bit of clouds that are here. It should be nice. We're definitely going. Here we are at the intersection. To the right is Davenport Gap, only 5 miles. That's it, and that's out of the national park itself. That's pretty wild, just 5 miles. Mount Cammerer, 0.6 miles. We go this way. Let's do it. Let's go. There's our first glimpse of the watchtower. It looks like a window's open. I don't know if we can go in there. Let's try to go up top and walk around if it's not chained off. So here's the history about Mount Cammerer Lookout. It's built in 1937. It was started in 1939. It was done, and by the 1960s, it was actually used for a good 20 years or more. And in the 80s, they renovated it to make it look nice. But I guess a lookout is 1 or 2 stories tall, whereas a tower rises above the trees and it's usually much taller. So this is a lookout. Looks nice too. They try to keep it looking the way it did in the 40s when they built it. So everything's all wood, and man, those rocks. Whew, so much work lugging that all the way up here. And then I guess masons had to chip them flat so they can line them up like that. That is an amazing amount of work. And then check out the stone posts that's supporting the wood poles right there. Do you see them? Crazy work. Let's go up there. I'm at the lookout. There's a tarp here, whereas I'm too short to look in. Guess what can look in? How's it looking there? Looks pretty good. All right, let's go walk around the edge. Wow. Everything feels pretty sturdy. Beautiful 360 views again. Oh, there's a window open here. Oh, I guess they got paint, nails. Maybe they're trying to finish up the board some more. Wow, the ceiling's pretty cool. I love how they laid out the wood, the beams. Very nice. And they have the steel supports in the middle to hold it all together. I guess they really have to brace this place for incredibly strong wind since we're up here in the middle of nowhere. Woo! And there's a town, a bunch of towns way down below. I wonder if we could see Davenport Gap from here, or Hot Springs. Wow. Beautiful views. Definitely worth coming up here. 0.6 miles, tough 0.6 too, but worth it. Definitely not super easy coming up here. Steep rocks, but there's actually one step there right on the right, but the rest of it you just have to climb through the rocks. I always love looking at old buildings just in the middle of nowhere, and it's really nice just hanging out. I had some snacks up there, took a bunch of pictures, and had cell service here, of course, so it was really nice. But I'm gonna take off, and it's 5 miles to Davenport Gap, so I'm just gonna go pretty much as fast as I can just to get out so I can get to Standing Bear. I need to do a few things and go like 5 more miles up to my next campsite. So I need to get a lot done tonight. So I will talk to you later when something else cool comes up, or once we get near Davenport Gap. Always sad when a tree right next to the trail goes down, because this is a big one and it took out pretty much a huge chunk of trail. To repair this, the trail maintainers would have to get so many rocks and boulders and then dirt on top of it. Huge task. Whew, it's a big one. Here is the north end of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. 823 hikers. This is where the Sobos have dropped their permits. And I am, I guess not officially out of the park yet, but pretty close. That's not bad. I went in Tuesday morning at a little after 9 and coming out Monday towards noon. It's not bad at all with the 0 in Gatlinburg. You get 8 days with your permit, and even with the 0, got it done in 6, so not too bad. All right, I was hoping there'd be cars here or something, and I could yogi a Coke or something, but there's nobody here. I'm gonna eat some cookies before I head up those steps across the street there, and then we're gonna head over to Standing Bear and hope they have gas canisters for sale, or at least some in the hiker box that have some in it. I guess we walk across this bridge here. I do see a lot of white blazes though. I guess they want us to feel comfortable that we are on the right path here. I had to check far out though, because I wasn't sure. And in fact, if I go left or right over here, I have to check again. There is a white arrow here, so I guess we go right. So we'll go right. It feels like this is the first time we're walking somewhere where it's all industrial and man-made, but there are these white blazes here. Check out the rock behind it though. It's pretty cool. But we continue on this way. It is so much hotter down here than it was when I woke up today. And look what we gotta go up. Stone staircase. Goes up quite a bit. Alright, this is the end of the first set of maps in Far Out. This is, I get to switch over. But for me, I am going to Standing Bear Hostel, 300 yards up to the left
I'm kind of confused. To the right it says cross. I see a white blaze over there, but I don't see any trail. Like, where does it go from there? I don't know, I'll figure it out later, but I'm gonna go to Standing Bear and hope they sell some fuel canisters and sodas, and have a nice cold one and come back. Over here there's a tree house. See a little vacuum. Oh, it's got 2 floors. People could rent out. I guess back in the heyday when the original owner had it, this was a really popular place to go. Supposedly he died a couple years ago or a year ago, and things have changed, but let's go in and hope they have a resupply. They're pretty nice people. They do sell 4-ounce fuel canisters, $7, and they do sell sodas for $1 each in cans. So I walked into the room and see what I see here. I was like, they have different types of Mountain Dew Diet. Oh, they don't have regular Mountain Dew. But look, way down there, there's 2 left. Regular, ha ha ha. And I bought 2. So I'm gonna grab one of those. Ooh, and a mango Pepsi. I'll try one of those. This is my first Mountain Dew on trail. 260 something miles or so, 250 miles. Mountain Dew, maybe 230. I promise not to overreact when I drink it. Here goes. In stereo. Alright. I'd forgotten what it tastes like. It's been so hot down here. I'm so glad I have a cold soda. Or 2. There's bugs down here. I'm gonna drink this up and I'll get going again, because I want to get going by 2:30. Hopefully get to campsite before 6. From what I read, the campsite's not very good. It's not going to be very level. Just one of those things where you have to just survive the night at, you know. I don't know if you'll make it up. I hear the bunkhouses here at Standing Bear Hostel. It's like 6, 8 in here per side. Quite a lot of room. Also 5 dogs around here. One's Buddy. This one's kind of timid. A little girl running out. She showed me her shells earlier. Very nice. Thank you. You take care, okay? Okay. And there's things here and there. It's actually pretty cool. Across the river we could see this sign, and it's definitely saying north. Head down the street. So we'll do that until we see another blaze. But coming out of Standing Bear Hostel, it was actually pretty nice. I could see how some people might complain because the bunk area is going to be crowded, and it's going to be, I don't know, when there's a lot of people there, it's going to be a zoo. But I think so far it's okay. I mean, all the people I met there were really nice. The kids were nice. The dogs were nice. And the prices were reasonable. $7 for 4 ounce. I mean, they gotta get their markup somehow, so that's good. But they're good. It's good they had them. So now I have, horribly enough, 5 miles to go. Just 5 miles. But I have 2,500 feet up to go. So it's all up. A little bit of down, I guess, but it's gonna be a little doozy. It's a little past 2, which is what I was thinking. And at a mile and a half an hour, this will take about 3.5 hours. So I should be there around 3:30 or 5:30, I think. Wish me luck. It's actually right where that truck is we're going. Now this is a blowdown. I don't know how fresh it is, but it literally makes a wall right on the trail. You can't see anything. You have to go around. But it's a literal wall, maybe 10 feet high. It's a pretty big one. Let's peek around. Any bears? Bears? Of course not. I think altogether I've spent 8 nights in the Smokies and never seen a bear. I'm gonna have to go back sometime, I guess when it's bear season, but never seen one. Here's a view from the other side. Look at the sheets of rock just gripped in its roots. And it's all just came out. I don't know how they fix this. What do they do? Because you can't really run a chainsaw because all the rocks in there. Old axes and just go nuts. I don't know what they would do here. I'm at a water source about 3 miles from where I'm gonna camp. I'm gonna get all my water here because the next water source isn't reliable and there are no updates at all. So I'm gonna chug this. The downside to using chemical treatment is you can't just filter a bunch of water and just camel up before you leave. You have to fill up your bottles and let them sit for 15 minutes because it's not cold. But when you get to a water source, you have to try to have water with you so you can camel up on that. But it's not the best because the whole time you're wishing you drank it, so you probably could have finished it long before. So that's one downside to chemical. I wish I had a filter so I could drink a liter here and then take 2 liters up to camp. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to ration it out throughout the night. If I'm thirsty, I just have to take sips. So that's not the most fun, but oh well. What can you do? Here's an oddity off the trail. There's nobody around. There's a tent there. There's a huge rip on the side. And it looks like a sleeping bag on top of the firing and some other stuff. Very odd. Someone just kind of abandoned it. It's a nice camp spot. It's like a level area right behind it, but that's very odd. The site I was originally going to go to is 1.8 miles away, but it's exposed on the south side. It's on the south side of a high ridge area. Unfortunately, the winds are picking up from the south right now. Right now, I'm just 1.8 miles away, and we are on the north side of this ridge. So I'm actually hiking a little slower, and I'm just going to try to find a site and be here. If there's a good site, I'll stay here, just because we're gonna stay out of the wind then. Supposedly it's gonna rain tonight, and if you're up and exposed like that, it could be bad. So I'm just looking for any flat open spot, maybe no dead trees nearby. Hopefully some come up before we wind up on the north side of this ridge again, or the south side of the ridge. So we want to stay on the north side because the winds are coming from the south right now. I'm gonna settle in here. It's still like 1.7 before I want it to go, so I'm gonna have a longer day tomorrow. It looks like someone tried to build a little rain or a wind shelter there, and it's actually really level there except for all the branches. I see some dead branches up ahead. Not a lot. I think I am gonna camp there and try to use that windbreak a little, maybe toss some more branches behind it. I know doing that's not necessarily leave no trace, but if you can block the wind right there, it'll help so much. And yeah, the wind's picking up again. Weird, these winds, they just come and go. So I think I'm gonna stay right here tonight instead of risking going up and being totally exposed. It's pretty tough just second guessing yourself over and over. And I think it's gonna just be windy here. I just hope it doesn't get too extreme. I'm starting to get cold though, because I've just been wandering around looking for the best spot. But I'm gonna have to just make a decision right away, just so I can take my pack off and put some clothes on, because I'm starting to get really cold. And I think I just have to commit, and I think I might pick right there. There's nothing too crazy above me. The one with the little windbreak, there was actually a branch just hanging off the other branches. And if it fell straight down, it would just go right through the tent. So that's not a good spot. So I think I'll stay over here. I'll just set up. I try to look at other bear areas that are pretty flat. They seem to be windier because, I don't know why, but they seem to be windier. So I'll stay here, and the ground seems to be firmer here. So I think the stakes will hold better. Fortunately, there are a lot of rocks around here. So I'll use rocks to reinforce the stakes. But I'm gonna have to set up now, or I can't go up and down. I'll tell you why later. But well, I'm in my tent, folks. As you can see, I ate dinner pretty quickly. Another hiker that I've been hiking near came by, and we sat down and talked for a bit. So tomorrow we're gonna do something slightly different. It's gonna be like 15.4 mile day, but the ending will be different. You'll see. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain too much tonight. It might rain. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and that's why we're going to do something different tomorrow night and the next day, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, folks, and hopefully you enjoyed this one and the weird things I've shown you, like the tree trunks, I guess. And y'all have a good night, and
Again, thanks for all the support. I can't believe it, actually. It's quite crazy. And thank you for everyone who supported me directly. It's I don't know what to say. Thank you. And I hope I continue to make videos worthwhile for you. Thanks.